I'm Sharon Goldman, senior writer at VentureBeat, and we are here live from GTC 2024, talking with Evan Sparks, Chief Product Officer for Artificial Intelligence at HPE. Hi, Evan.
Hi, Sharon. Really nice to be here.
Well, the past year has just been explosive for generative AI, obviously, and I wonder how you would characterize HPE's role in driving customer efforts from structured and unstructured data through to the business outcomes that allow enterprises to take advantage of everything that generative AI has to offer right now. Everyone's looking to do that, obviously.
Yeah, it's been an explosive year of growth for everybody in this AI space, and we've been working really closely with our enterprise customers to start from the use cases and sort of jobs to be done perspective. What are they trying to accomplish? There's really two main ways that enterprises can get value out of AI. It's of course new use cases and applications that we couldn't do before, and of course there's also ways to drive efficiency into their existing business. And so we're exploring kind of both sides of that with our customers, and I'd say 2023 was really about the year of sort of the prototype and getting your first win as an enterprise. And now people are saying, okay, what are the use cases that are going to drive the most value for me, and what can I implement and get into production as we look into 2024 and beyond? And we're starting to see some patterns evolve there. I think, particularly around enterprise use of natural language processing technology and things like RAGs and other types of applications. That's really been the sweet spot, I think, where we've seen the most interest recently.
Do you think it's going to be really going from pilot stage to let's put the pedal to the metal now, or do you think it's still kind of like a slow roll, I guess you'd say?
If you look around the show floor, I think we're seeing a lot of infrastructure build happening right now, and people are, in a lot of ways, laying down the pavement and the foundation, building the highways that we're all going to be riding on in the coming years. So I think that infrastructure build is very much going full bore right now. The question is going to be, how fast do we fill up those highways? How do we help people get from point A to point B in this analogy and really make use of those applications? And I think that's going to be where we and others in the ecosystem are participating with customers to help them find what are the places that I can get the most value out of generative AI. I think we've talked to some customers. Yesterday I was talking to a really major retailer who made a deliberate choice to say, we want one generative AI experience that's very customer focused, one that's very employee and kind of staffer focused, and one that's very focused on internal processes that they can automate. And so it's sort of that, I think that sort of trifecta could be applied to many, many businesses, and I think we'll see companies try and get a win in each area, and then decide where to kind of pour the fuel on the fire, so to speak.
So turning to the news of the day, you teased some news about your partnership with Nvidia. Here we are at GTC. Can you talk about HPE's partnership with Nvidia when it comes to software and architectures?
Yeah, so on the architecture side, we've of course been a very deep partner with Nvidia for decades at this point, and have been incorporating GPUs into server products for a very long time. I think we were the first high-density GPU server ever, maybe 15 years ago, I think my boss Neil McDonald was saying. What we're seeing on the software side is pretty new for both HPE and Nvidia, I would say. Nvidia, of course, has done a great job of building the ecosystem around CUDA and sort of the lower levels of the stack to make the GPU programmable. But what we're all trying to do is eliminate some of the work that's in that messy middle between the application and actually programming the accelerated computing. And so we've been working really closely with Nvidia on their NIM microservices that Jensen was talking about yesterday. Today we announced a technology preview, a product that is going to enable our enterprise customers to run inference at scale, leveraging that accelerated technology from Nvidia under the hood. And I think you're going to see a lot more software collaboration happening between the two companies, and you're going to see that throughout the industry. I think in a few years the show floor will be less infrastructure builders and a lot more application providers.
Jensen did say it's all about software as well.
We hope.
Well, I was wondering what it means to you to be back at GTC in person for the first time in 5 years. A lot has changed.
It's interesting, yeah. I think I was all set to speak in March of 2020 at the GTC that never quite happened. I think that was the year that famously Jensen pulled some GPUs out of his home oven in his home kitchen. Right. But the show has changed dramatically. I think when I first started coming around a few years before that, but even as late as 2019, you would look at the floor and you had as many CAD companies, data visualization, and gaming companies represented. Now it's really people who are focused on the opportunity in AI in the enterprise, and I think that's exciting. It changes the dynamic a little bit. I long for the days where the conference was a little geekier, and it still has some of that flavor, but you think about what the shift that's happened in the industry over that time period. It's like a 5 years where things were moving really fast, and so the show should look pretty different.
A little more rock and roll, maybe.
Yeah, exactly, exactly.
Well, Eben, thank you so much. Delightful to speak with you, and thanks for watching. And be sure to explore more sessions in the GTC catalog.
Now that we're getting hybrid cloud right, do we know who's getting AI right?
Well, models and data keep growing.
No rain on the parade, huh, Nancy?
The models say sunshine, Gary.
You need massive compute power.
What happened here?
AI.
One side is long and one side is short.
But with HPE GreenLake, we have access to supercomputing to power AI at scale,
Helping to give us better insights.
helping leave our competition in the dust.